3.1a. We're going to look at linear approximation today. Now recall, when we looked for the slope of a line, we would take y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And you've seen this before, where the change in the y's we call delta y, and the change in the x's we call delta x. So this you have seen in a previous class, and we're going to use this today. All right, so looking here, if we have x and we move h distance up, we have x plus h. We've seen this before as well. So if this is x, this is f of x. And if this is h, this is f of x plus h. So to find the slope of this line right here, we would have f of x plus h, this point right here, minus the change in y's. This is the y's, and here's our second y, minus f of x. So that's the change in the y's over the change in the x's. And when we take this and minus this, we end up with h. We've done that before. Okay, well, we can say that's the same thing as delta y over delta x. Okay, now note delta x right here equals h. Delta x equals h, and delta y equals this over here. But I'm going to change something. Yes, it equals f of x plus h, but what is h? H is delta x. F of x plus h, h is delta x. I'm going to put a delta x here, and then minus f of x. All right, so we're going to utilize this to do linear approximation. All right, I'm going to erase this. Okay, we know that f prime of x equals the limit as h approaches 0 of f of x plus h minus f of x all over h equals the limit of delta y over delta x as delta x approaches 0. And that is going to be approximately delta y over delta x. Okay? So what can we get out of that? Well, we just said f prime of x is approximately delta y over delta x. F prime of x is approximately delta y over delta x. Okay? Now, what if we were to multiply both sides by delta x? Delta x, delta x. We would get f prime of x times delta x is approximately delta y. All we did is algebra, multiply both sides by delta x. Okay, now what else are we going to do? What else can we do? Well, this right here is delta x. This is f prime x. This is delta y, but what is delta y? Delta y, I'm going to go ahead and write this again. F prime of x, delta x, my pen's running out, okay, is approximately delta y. And remember I said what to remember last time? Delta y is f of x plus delta x minus f of x. Okay? Now, from here, where can we go from here? What if we add f of x to both sides? So I'm going to add f of x. Add f of x. Okay, so we have f prime of x, delta x, plus f of x is approximately f of x plus delta x. So, just to reverse these to make it more clear, because we're going to utilize this, because this is a linear approximation. This is the formula we're going to use. F of x plus delta x is approximately f prime of x times delta x plus f of x. All right, so we did all this work to show you where this comes from. Now we're going to apply it in 3.1b.